Thank you, my boys. Uncle Vlad does love a good intro. Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of Chats with Vlad, episode 20. And boys and girls, I have some interesting things to tell you about tonight. Oh, indeed. But first, let me show you how my pumpkin patch is doing. It's doing splendid indeed. That fellow's a bit rotten, but you can forgive. Yes indeed, boys and girls. Yes indeed. I wanted to bring up a few things. First and foremost, there's an artist out there. I feel he's rather old school like me, but that's not a bad thing in today's day. That's actually a honorable and grand thing to be celebrated. This gentleman's name, he's a musician and an artist called Tom McDonald. He has a couple of videos on my playlist. You can hear two of them. The first one, obviously my favorite, is Clown World. But he has another song that last I heard was number 8 on a chart. He's trying to make it number 1. And it's a song I particularly liked called Sheeple. And if you don't know what the reference to sheeple means, it means people that act like sheep and go wherever their sheep herder leads them. In this case, the sheeple are a lot of the Democratic Party, and the herder, well, that would be the politicians that guide them. Old shepherd, just the shepping. But check him out. Give him a like. Oh yes, it'll be well worth your time, boys and girls. Let's see. I think we need a joke. So, what do Russians and Ziploc bags have in common? They both like tight seals. You dirty, dirty Russian, you. All in fun, boys and girls. All in fun, indeed. Well then, I also want to bring up something that I thought was rather interesting, but you let me know how you feel about it, boys and girls. For years, I'd been trying to find old Beavis and Butthead episodes. And I did find them, but they were always without the videos because of copyright reasons. Well, recently, Paramount started playing and making new Beavis and Butthead episodes, including a new movie called Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Well, the new Beavis and Buttheads are actually pretty good. I even like how they do the new Beavis and Butthead that are like 40-something, and then the old ones where they're still young. But the one thing I don't appreciate about them, not in the least, is that They have TikTok-like videos, not music videos, not rock, not rap, not even Wham or anything. Just like dumb people doing dumb things. And why I guess that is kind of funny, and you can poke fun at a lot of them. It's not really all that interesting. But what I did like, and what I did find rather attractive that Paramount did, was they brought all the old Beavis and Butthead episodes back. You heard me right, boys and girls. And with the original videos. I knew they had them somewhere in a vault somewhere. So you can actually see, right now they have seasons 3 through 9 on Paramount. But I hope to see seasons 1 and 2. That was rather interesting. So, boys and girls, another joke. There's a woman, an old lady, going through a museum. She very clumsily bumped into a pedestal that was holding a vase. The attendant who was working there rushed over aghast. It was like, "Oh my God, ma'am, do you know how old that vase was?" She's like, "No, how old is it?" He said, "That vase was over 500 years old." And she was like, "Woo, thank goodness. I thought it was a new one." Such fun. Such fun. Well then, boys and girls, I don't know. I have one more for you to make you laugh, to tickle your ribs before they get splayed by something as fine October evening. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why? To get to the other side. But boys and girls, that's not the mystery. The mystery is, why'd the farmer cross the road? Because his dick was stuck in the chicken. You know you like it. Think about it, boys and girls. More. That's what I crave. I always crave more. But don't we all? I want more music, more fun, more pay, more responsibility. I want to see this world go more into the future. I want to see us go further in space than we ever had, beyond our solar system, beyond the stars. But that, boys and girls, will be a discussion for another time. No, tonight's main topic is more on this planet. It involves American agencies lying and then getting caught. The FBI had a leaker come out not too long ago and talk about the Steele dossier. Was never even proven. It was never even credible reason to start the whole thing. There was no reason for the warrants or anything. There's no reason. But they went ahead with it anyway. Oh yes, they did, because they wanted to get somebody we know. Donald Trump. They wanted to get him real bad. This is proving that they never even had a reason to do it. If that's not a state police, I don't know what is. Or police state, pardon me. The mind police are coming next. Oh yes. Yes they are. And boys and girls, we're already having what's called a media blackout. Oh yes. Even I am starting to feel what they call shadow algorithms where they're trying to hide me from you. They're trying to hide me from the public, and I'm trying to play this weird game of dodgeball with them. But I go off track, back to what we were talking about. So we hear about a case where the FBI lied concerning that, just so they could get a warrant that they never even had a right to have. Then, you hear a good friend, Mayorkas. Personally, I think he looks like a little goblin. I mean, what kind of equity boxes did he have to check to get that job? Short, ugly, and insane. He lies to people's faces. He betrayed his own people. How do you do that? That's cold-blooded. He is the head of that department. He is supposed to be their protector. But no. Instead, he betrayed them because he knew the cameraman had told him. The cameraman had explained that that's not what happened, that the guy on the horse was not whipping migrants. He knew the whole time, and he let the lie go, and that's just now coming out. Ah, boys and girls. We already know the FDA, the meat packaging plants, the farms, the dairies, the granaries, where airplanes, multiple ones, just happen to blow into them, into the sides of them, and where diseases come up all of a sudden that are, I don't know, like more towards South America, but somehow magically they got up here into Wyoming or something. The things that are being done. We talked about the Great Starvation yesterday, though. Yes, we did. DHS, the FDA, the FBI, and let's not forget about the DOJ. The people in the DOJ are supposed to be the epitome of justice. They are supposed to be justice's iron hand. And instead, they're trying to make money. They're looking out for the democratic way. They're all a bunch of warmongers. I actually had to stop and ask myself something today, boys and girls. Like I've told you before, I'm old school independent. Punk rock kind of guy, but in a really dark, goth type way. So, you can understand my confusion when I looked at a gentleman like Tom McDonald, and when I looked at myself, and I thought in the 90s, we would have been on the Democratic side. I mean, see, this is how independents work. We go where we think we should go. If it's towards the left, it's towards the left. If it's towards the right, it's towards the right. But it's all about beliefs. It's all about conviction. It's all about what you're trying to accomplish. Now then. This is what really messed me up, and this is what I want you to think about tonight, boys and girls. If people like Tom McDonald and people like I are crusading for the right side, and if the left are the warmongers, and if the left are the ones trying to wheedle the people, lying to the people, cheating the people constantly, well, boys and girls, think about this. What are you gonna do when your life gets turned upside down? Think about it.
We called you back. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and the notification. We're gonna get you. Wow.